Dzień dobry, witam, Radomir Sejdak. Hello, my name is Radomir Sejdak. Buenos días, buenas noches, me llamo Radomir Sejdak. Gute Nacht, ich heiße Radomir Sejdak. Wie geht's? Bonne nuit, je m'appelle Radomir Sejdak. Bienvenue. Hello, so welcome to my channel, Language Challenge, where we want to approach the learning of the language in a different way. You see, I started to learn languages. Let's say I started 15 years ago with English, where I was successful only after 10 years because I approached it with school type of learning, and this didn't work very well for me because it just took a long time, and it shouldn't, yeah. So then I started to learn. German language when I moved to Germany. That was really 7 years ago, and suddenly, with right focus and right ways, which I discovered, I managed to be communicative in 1 year. Actually a little bit shorter, but that's another story. But 1 year, and after 2 years I got a B2 certificate on fluency B2 from Goethe Institute in Hamburg. So knowing this, that I'm onto something which can help others to learn language, I started this channel where I put some, if you will want to search, there is also some music translated, some short videos, some movie trailers translated to English from German. And now I started my language challenge because after German I was thinking, let's use this method and start to learn Spanish. And I've never been learning Spanish before, or I was trying to attend the course, but I was hopeless in this. I started to learn this way also Spanish, and suddenly after 1 year I knew thousands of words, and I was communicative, and after 2 years I'm fluent, but communicative I was after 1 year. So I thought, hey, let's do French, and this is what actually happened 18 weeks ago, because this is the week 18 out of 52, where the aim is to challenge ourselves in languages, and my aim is to learn French. That's my aim. Let's see, how are we? Okay, can you see me? Can you hear me? Right? I hope you can hear me. Let's listen. Can you hear me? French. Yes, I can hear myself, so means you can hear me also. That's great. And so my aim is to go to French language as soon as possible, and the aim of this is 6 to 12 months communicative level, and that's really possible. I had doubts when I started to learn German, but looks like it is possible, and I'm happy to see that it is. Okay, I have few points. I would love to also hear, I have few points to share, but I would love to also hear from you. Where are you from where you are connecting with me, and if you find this content useful, please comment something, please write something, give me a like, comment something, that I really appreciate it, and please share it with your colleague, with your friend, with your brother, with your sister, with people who would love to learn new language. They dream about it, and they just don't know how. They were trying a lot of years, they didn't make it. So I'm sure they would appreciate also to find the way how to do it faster, properly, how to get to communication quicker. And this is what this channel is about. It's about to getting to communicative level as soon as possible. By the way, it's also about, and I'm going to go through this point 1, 2, 3, 4 points today. This is also about to speak out as fast as possible. And this brings us to the subject, which is you don't speak because you fear of hearing no. From hearing no. No, you don't speak properly. No, I can't understand you. No, you don't understand me. No, you didn't write properly. No, you didn't construct the words properly. No, you forgot something to say. And this may really stop most of the people, because it can really block from speak out the next sentence, speak out to the next person. I understand it. I was there. But I can tell you something. I'm broadcasting to you now from Germany. I'm native Polish. I've never been in Germany, but once I decided that I leave my job in Poland, in Warsaw, in big company, because I want to try my life first in Vienna, in Austria, in Vienna, then I move to Germany. And for this, I said I need to speak language as quickly as possible. And I went to Austria, but then the first job I found in Germany. Well, in Austria also some job, but let's say in Germany was better, the better one. And I started to learn from the first days to be communicative, and I have some theory or some observation I would love to share from my experience with learning from the beginning, from the beginners, and speaking with the native people in Germany, in Austria, or in Germany, that this hearing no all the time, oh you can't speak, you don't speak, you don't understand, you can't communicate, this is a myth. And I've been really few years on learning new languages. That was German, that was Spanish, and now that's French. And I never heard that people were actually against or very negative to my trying to speak new language. And I didn't find it in Germany. Really. What I found instead is that people were actually interested with this, that I start to speak. From my accent, they already saw that I'm the beginner, and it's okay for them that I'm the beginner, and they cannot expect that I will speak like a native speaker or Muttersprachler, and that's okay. So what they were appreciating that I speak at all in new language, because they could at least know what I'm on about. So that's really not a it shouldn't blocking you, because it will not happen. It also was very in England about my English, which really was 20 years ago. I couldn't also speak good, and also the people are so lovely and kind there that they never were angry or annoyed because of my language also. So really, that's the myth. And with speaking Spanish, never. People were always curious where I'm from, and they were very patient. So it's really myth. But let's go to the 4 points, just to also, well, to break this blocking, these things which are blocking you. Yes, so let's go. Core problem core problem is that and that there is a common mistake people are doing are learning to speak correctly, to be correct in everything. And learning shouldn't be about this. There's nothing in the world which are about being only correct, because being always correct means that we neglect that we can make mistake, and this is just not true. Being on this world, on this planet, means we are making mistakes all the time, and we are learning from them and move forward. You can speak out the word improperly. You can construct the first sentences totally improperly. You can forget the word, and then you can correct it. Either now or next time will be better. Look, one day you were trying to learn how to speak, how to walk as a child, how to walk. Yeah? You made hundreds of mistakes trying to walk like your parents. You fall down on the floor, and somehow your parents never said, you can't walk, you will never be walking. Yeah? You had to just try again, and that's normal. And you were trying to ride a bicycle, and also you fell down countless of time on the floor, and nobody told you after second time you fall down that you will never ride a bike because you fall down all the time. That never happened, because it's normal for us that eventually you will start and be better and better, and you will ride a bike, you will walk. Also with speaking, the child also speaks, and then it's improperly, and they speak, and then children speaks, and you spoke better and better and communicative. And you think it's only about children? It's not. About the language, you learn no language. Let's go to school. Yeah, you learn something. I don't know, mathematics, or some technique things, some engineering, some IT things, computer. Nobody told you after first lesson, oh, you can't open a Microsoft Excel and use it. After one day, you're useless. Yeah, you can't do it. You will never learn it. Really? If somebody said like this, it just doesn't know the facts. The fact is that you don't need to be perfect from the beginning. And being perfect is only, or correct, is only stopping you from correcting your mistakes. And it's the same with language. You don't need to be talented. You don't need a certain age. You can correct it with usability, with volume. We'll get to this very soon. The truth is that language is like other things you learn in your life, also right now in your adult life, like about business, like about sport. It's just a learning and consistency and number of attempts of trying. This is what is winning. Yeah? This is what is winning, because you are attempting another time. You make mistake, you make another time. And consistency. You are doing this every day, and then you win. It's not about motivation. It's about consistency and number of attempts. It really works like this. So for today, we have 4 techniques we are going to talk about without further ado. First is cut the leak, I would say. So it's cut the leak. And what I mean in this is cutting the energy leak. Energy leak. Because we have to identify that we are losing also time on this learning. For example, first of all I mentioned this already because I'm too quick on this, but it's perfectionism. So trying to speak properly. It's so false approach, because this push you all the time to being correct, which is never, it will not happen in the 6 months, 12 months correctness. You will be correct in the language, probably 100% correct. You will be after 20 years of learning, not from the beginning. And this is just a fact. This is just a fact. With this, you have to live with this, because this will help you to understand that you are the human, you can make mistakes, and the perfectionism is only stopping you. So don't be perfect, yeah? And be perfect. What is, how can I be? How can I write it? No, perfect. What do we have also? Reading too complicated learning. If you reach out for the incorrect book, some kind of university book, how to learn the new language, French or something, good luck with this. It can stop you from progressing further, because it may be too technical, it may be too difficult language. Other things, it's just wasting of time. So this is actually too complicated learning, or also changing the ways of learning. Sources, let's say. I mean with the sources, like going through tens of applications to learn instead of focusing on the simplest one, because there will be no magic pill which will help you learn the language just like this. You have to just learn it, and starting from the basic, from non-complicated ways. Sorry for this. Anyway, that's the important. Technique 2, blue. Reclaim your time. Reclaim time. What I mean like this, simple. We all have busy days. We all are busy. We have jobs, we have family, we have friends, we have plans, and we don't have time. You can hear it, that people are saying that they dream about learning French. They dream about learning English properly. They dream about learning Spanish or other languages, but they didn't do it. They didn't do it 10 years ago. They didn't do it 5 years ago. They don't do it now because they don't have time. The fact is, we all have 24 hours per day. That was the true 200 years ago, and that will be also 200 years from now. 24 hours, this is what we have. But reclaiming your time, I mean, really, if you deduct from this the time need for sleeping, and you deduct from this work, you deduct from a community there and back, communication, public transport, all right, transport, yeah, well, let's write transport. Deduct from this preparing and after, so let's say eating, clothes, quick shopping, not big shopping, but shopping. You will still end up in about, on average, 4 hours a day. And if you make it properly, you'll see that it's probably 5-6 hours. If you will be making this improperly, it will be at least 3 hours. But on average, it's 4 hours per day. And what do you need? And this, you may make a lot of things with this. But what you need is actually 15 minutes per day maximum, and this is what is really enough per day. 15 minutes, 30 minutes if you want to make it double quick. And this is easy. It's easy and everybody can do it. If you can't see it for hours, do it again and make it honestly right now, yeah, because you may lose your time. What I mean also with reclaiming, you can also learn new language while you are commuting to work. I did it constantly. For example, when I was driving in a car, I was recording the message, listening the message of my speaking partner. I was in Spanish, that's now in French, and I can record my messages when I'm in the car. What I can, if not, I just record it on in English, and then the French I do when I'm stopping or when I'm at work, or I can make it later. But then this you can do on a commuting. You can queuing, and if you move with the bus, you can learn the words on your Anki cards, flashcards, whatever. You can do it every day on there and back. And also, when you are queuing in the supermarket or in the post office, you can also make the words, the flashcard. This 5 minutes can be really few more words learned every day. When you go for a walk with the dog, when you go for a walk, if you have this routine going, when you go for a run, like me, hey, you will find this time. I have family. I moved outside to Germany with my family, and being with the family, I'm learning the new languages. I do have full-time job in sales. I do have also business in real estate. I do still find time to learn language because I reclaimed my time and I know how to use the spare time. And you don't sleep 12 hours, so don't tell me you don't have those hours, yeah? Just be honest with yourself and you will move forward. Number 3, what we have? It means build the skills that pays the fastest. Build skills that pays fastest. Pays off the fastest. What I mean by this means we have to focus on things which gives us in business. Sorry for being I mean business and in sales, so I'm using this. You use the things which gives the biggest return on investment, ROI, the biggest return in investment of your time. So you are focusing on things which are the most important, not on everything. So what I mean, don't focus on everything, not all at once. Not all at once. You focus on the most important things. And what I mean by this, in language learning, you focus on vocabulary. This is really crucial, yeah? Not on the grammatic construction, not on the decamolo or whatever, the sentences, how to build correct sentences, because normal people also, they don't speak correctly. Even have a look in your native language. Does people speak correctly always, all the time? I don't think so. This is the truth in most of the languages, that people just don't speak correctly. Not all of them speaks like a professors on universities. So that's why it's so crucial. So don't do it everything at once, and don't do it everything at once. Just focus. Don't do it perfectly, but focus on the most important. Yes, about the words, because you may also speak out with single words and or with two-word sentences. Yeah, you go to the store with shoes and you say them sporting shoes, or in German sportliche Schuhe, or in Spanish zapatos deportivos. And somebody knows that you don't want to buy a hamburger, you want to buy sport shoes. Yeah, and you can learn numbers. Why not? It's not so difficult in any language. Yeah, if you need 44 in English or in German, you say 44 in Spanish, 44, or in French, I'm not sure. 44. I'm not so sure. I'm still learning French. that's only week 18th. So yeah, this one I don't know, but this one still. And with those simple words, you can still communicate, not knowing the whole sentences. You don't need it. And what is also this? So this is, yeah, not everything at once. The fastest effects, the fastest pace of gives you vocabulary. Top 1000 words. This is game changer. Top 1000 words will bring you the highest return on investment, and that will be crucial. All right, what else? Safe sentences. You can use safe sentences and learn them. Now, for example, I think in German, ich denke, Spanish, yo pienso. So, and or other sentences like I prefer, I need, yeah, I have to, tengo que, ich muss, or very important, could you repeat? Puedes repetirlo, puede usted repetirlo, können Sie wiederholen? Or other, what does it mean in German? Wie heißt das? Oh, was ist das? Oh no, wie heißt das? Ja, was bedeutet das? Oh, okay. What does it mean in Spanish? ¿Qué significa eso? Or in English, I said, yeah. Or let me try again. Or again, please. Could you repeat again, please? Those few sentences will save you when you're stuck. So really, it may be 10, 15 sentences which you can use constantly, and it's just normal. Why? Because normal people are also using those sentences. Now we go to number 4. 4 is volume. Means quantity. It's crucial. It's very important. Volume is quantity, because what it means that fluency comes with number of attempts. There is something like I'm in sales, so I'm in sales and I'm in business, and I'm probably twisted more to this. There's nothing wrong with saying something incorrectly. So it's nothing wrong also with this, that we have to try more attempts than one. For me in sales, it's pretty normal that I have to try 20 times to have one yes, and normally I hear no, as I said. So really, fluency comes from number of attempts. It's that easy. And yes, first time you're saying these words, some word, you will make mistake. From 5th time, you will say it better, maybe already correctly. 10th time, probably you will say it correctly already. 20th, if you repeat it 20 times, you could also use it, because after 10th time, maybe you will be able to understand it everywhere, but to use it is also different. And I saw it on myself, that a lot of words I heard and I know exactly what they mean, but I never use them because they are just too sophisticated for, let's say, for my Spanish for now. But I know what does it mean. So and this is like this. And more I will hear them, and more I will read them. Also read them. I will repeat them. Then I will go also to using. And this is number of attempts. I mean, yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. And remember, mistake is just a information to you that you have to learn it again. It's not a shame. If something didn't work, it's only one point in statistic, and this is what is not changing the thing that you can try again. Right, I think we went to the end. If there is any question, please let me know. I don't see any questions, but you can write me later. And what I wanted to write also, maybe, I know, that's fluency. There is a graph which I write also. Yeah, I will write it in the end. I hope it will be visible that fluency in language comes from 3 things: time plus system plus volume. If you want to speak fluently in any language, you need for this time. It will not take 1 week. If anybody is promising you to speak fluently in the language in 1 month, it will deceive you, yeah, and it will be false, because we will also create the false expectation on your side that you failed after 1 month, and this is just not true. You need time for this. However, attempts to learn in 1 year is really serious, and you can do it, focusing on the correct stuff without messing in your head with unimportant things which are not pushing you forward to the speaking communication. Time, you need system to focus on the most important things, like 1000 words. And the volume, it means repeating things until we learn it, and this will make you more self-confident to learn. Once again, the 4 techniques I showed here is cut the leak of energy. It means don't be perfect, because it will kill your energy if you try to be perfect and you are not in the beginning. Yeah, 2 complicated ways of learning, like tens of application which may not work, but you are using energy on this. Changing the sources, also like the book. 2nd technique, reclaim your time. We all have 24 hours. If we deduct from this the time we need for sleep, work and preparation, all of this, and shopping and so on, we have still 4 hours a day. But for learning, you need 15 minutes per day. If you want, you can use also 30 minutes per day. 3, build skills that make the pace of the fastest, and not everything at once, but focus on the vocabulary, which is, for example, 1000 most frequently used words. 4, the volume, crucial. Fluency comes from number of attempts. Fluency comes from the volume plus time invested and right system to what to learn. For example, about attempting with 1000 words. look, if you are interested in this, please, I wrote a book about it. It's about language, German language, but actually it can pay off. There will be also edition in other languages, but the ways I'm writing in this book for German, I used in learning Spanish, and now I'm using in learning French. They are almost identical, because just a simple mechanical attempt to learn the new language. For me now is French. I hope it's helping you. So, and that's the system. It's simple and easy to manage and doesn't take a lot of time, because 15 minutes per day, really every day, is enough to learn in 1 year. I hope it helped you. Thank you very much for watching. I see you next week on Wednesday also on the language challenge. Meantime, if you didn't see videos on this channel or shorts, please try to see it. There is also a very nice video about the salary increase depending on which language you are learning. There are also videos how to start to speak out from the first days, and this is all what I do. This is what I'm ambassador of doing, how to learn language. I hope it helps you, and thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.